Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Neocron. So, Neocron is probably one of my favorite games ever. A lot of people maybe be like, "Oh, Kane, you have lots of favorite games and lots of hated games." Well, Neocron was one of my first MMORPGs I played, so there's a reason why it's one of my favorite games out there. This is probably one of the more in-depth, complex games. I would say maybe not quite as complex as EVE Online, but it's pretty close for a game that's ground based, not space, we'll say, and that's over 10 years old. Yeah. If you think about Eve, it's what, like 7 years old, 8 years old. It's funny because older games seem to have more complexity to them, more to do, that kind of thing. Where the new games are more like you can literally just close your fucking eyes and you just autopilot. Um, so yeah, let's give Eve Online a try. So there's four classes in the game. There's a lot of these jobs. The jobs you can ignore. It basically, tells you what you would start with. So, we can be an assassin, a driver, an engineer, a field medic, hacker, infiltrator, inquisitor, preacher, droner. I'm going to be a droner because I'm going to be a spy, and using drones to begin with is usually a nice little touch. And you go down the list. Basically, this just sets what skills points that it recommends, and also tells you, okay, droner probably could only do PE and spy. And for tank and the other ones, you just select these other guys. Basically, it doesn't even matter what you select, as long as it unlocks the class, you can get it. Let me show you here. It's a little complex. It's weird. So here, I unlocked Spy and Private Eye. If I go back and unlock Tank, I could just go probably down here. Let's see what Smuggler gives. Sai, but Tank is not locked. So we can go down to Berserker. There we go. Now we unlock Tank and Private Eye. Basically, it's just giving you recommended stats for it and a recommended class for it, and giving you a little starter kit, basically, of like a weapon or whatever. So, we're going to start as a drone or spy. I liked spies. They have some neat little tools and abilities. One thing, they're okay at hacking. They can do droning. They like doing rifles. They're weak, but they have rifles, and I like to do long range rifles, and as well as they can stealth later on in the game, which is kind of cool to me. So here we go, spy. So pick spy, and I type in my name. So I'm going to actually call it Kane Hart, and you can have spaces in your name, which is pretty cool. And we just go next. And then you get your very old-fashioned customization screen. Hey, old games had customization. No way. And we go here, we can select what we want here. We could zoom in, see how screwed up it is. Oh god, imagine accidentally selecting that. And we can get a haircut, something crazy. Facial hair, why not? I don't even think they attach together properly. See that? Huh. That's fine, whatever, who cares? And then we can pick our jacket, so we can zoom out here a bit, just get an idea what it looks like. So a slight tilt here. So you can either have one that goes out a bit or one that's close to your chest. I like the one that's close to your chest usually, just because you can get one that's a bit armory-ish looking. And then we can choose our pants here. Something maybe darkish or around that area. Let's try the different model one here. Not too bad. Whatever. It's kind of straightforward. And then you hit next. And this is where you can do all your skill points. And depending on the class, so there's four classes, tank, spy, PE, and monk there. You can put your points into it, and they have base attributes. For example, I think because I'm a spy, my maximum intellect is 100 levels. My maximum dex, I believe, is 100 levels, where for a monk would be 100 for your psychic powers and 100 for your intellect. A tank would be strength and con, and PE is kind of a balance of everything. I think the highest is like 80 or something like that, and then it's like 60 and 40, so it kind of balances it around there. So for me, I'm going to go strength. I'm going to check out what my strength is at right now. It's at transport, resist force. I'm going to get out of resist force and throw it all into transport. Now, even if you screw up, you can fix these later on. Pretty simple. There's a drug which is called, I think, looming, which you can pretty much loom and be able to throw it in. So I'm going to take it out of repair and put it into agility. I feel that this time I'm not going to use repair, or probably ever on this character. I'm going to take some body health out, and I'm going to put it into some athletics, because I think I'm going to spend more time running than worrying about my health. In fact, I'll probably put a bit more, just because I'm pretty sure, as a droner, I'm remote controlling a machine. I'm not going to need, too much in that area. Hacking, I don't think I'm going to do too much hacking at this level. I will later on, but it's better to take it out. Barding had some points in there. Kind of pointless at this point, so I'm going to throw it all into willpower. And then I'm going to leave this one for now. And then my dexterity, it's in the remote control. Not too bad. You don't need as much remote control. I think it may only be enough just to use the drone, but you don't need more than that. I'm not 100% sure. And strength is good, so we're good. So we're done. Next. Now we can set our faction. Our faction depends. So there's one faction, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 factions. And some of them are allied, some of them are against. They're up and down. It's quite complex. If you check my description, I'll have some links going to a forum post of mine, like a wiki where you can check out, say, where the factions are, who they are allianced with. I'll have the stats for each, profession. I'll give you some useful, worthy links so you know what you're doing. I usually go city admin. I'm thinking Tangent Technologies this time around. I think they have a couple more enemies than city admin. And I want to try something different, and if I really dislike them, I can actually change factions later on. You're not stuck with a faction. You can actually do sort of like a betrayal, I guess, in EverQuest 2, to go from one faction to another, which is kind of cool. You can kind of do the world tour. So we can log in here, and there's a tutorial that you can start with. I haven't done it in many years. If I recall, it was kind of useless, but I would recommend doing it, because I'm sure there's something useful in there. So I'm going to click no, and there's my character. Ta-da! So we log in, and...
Fatal system error in Unit 13.
Fatal error?
Phase has been interrupted. Fatal system error
No!
in Unit 13. Gamma sector.
Oh, no.
Phase has been interrupted.
And then I was born, I guess, huh? So basically what it's saying is... Sir, you weren't supposed to be born. Right off the bat, I'm using a different POI or whatever. Basically, I'm using a different GUI, one that a player did. And you can find the one I'm using in my comment. Not my comment, my description. If you go to the forum thread, it'll actually take you to where you can actually see what I'm using. This is the first time I'm actually seeing it, so it's not too bad. I might keep it, I might not. I haven't decided yet. It's pretty clean and smooth, so I like it. It's showing everything nice and clean, so yeah, I don't mind it too bad. A bit bright for me, only because my brightness is up a little higher for you guys. So this is the first place you start in. This is C5, and before we get too far, I'm just going up the elevator. I'm going to sit here and give you a little tour of my menus and stuff. So I'm going to close some of this down, close all this down. So to open your menu, you can either hit Tab, and it brings up the bar up top, or you can use the F1, F2 keys. Remember, this game is over 10 years old, and things are a little different than you're used to. For example, you don't really quest in these games, even though they offer probably more complex missions than any other game. And I don't mean your regular, just go kill some rat missions, but for epic quests and stuff, they're a lot more complex than probably most games out there. But these games were meant for more grinding, AoE grinding to level up. They weren't made for a nice little, little pretty fantasy world where you go and talk to the neighbor and he gives you a quest, and you go to the next neighbor and he gives you a quest, and it's nothing like that. This is a hardcore FPS game, guys, so yeah, let's start with that. So hit F1. You get your hypercom, you got your buddy, local, clan, team, and direct, and custom. If you go to custom, you're auto-selected on a few channels. If you go down to help, and then type, hey guys, just testing, out the help chat. Smiley face. That's like a world chat at this point. And a lot of people use that to talk to each other. Also, it helps if you're a new player trying to look for friends. I'm going to turn on OOC. I don't know if other people use it. In fact, I don't mind turning on a lot of these. You could turn any or all of them off. It doesn't matter. See if other people does. Oh, there you go. So Toast is a WoW player. Aw, poor guy. Anyways, I just call anyone a troll a WoW player. So that's F1 for you. F2 is your inventory. Your inventory is, I don't know if there's a max size. As far as I know, you could stretch it down, 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 down. The maximum size isn't by how many items you have. It's about their weight. So if we go on this drone and show information, you can see that its weight is 1.80. And we have 37.4 freeload, or maximum is 45.6. Okay, I gained a little sympathy with Photo Farm. I'm not even doing anything. I think over time it can actually go up. Over here we have a hacking tool, which we're not going to use at this point, but I'll throw it on my bar. We got a weapon we can put here. This is just a normal little weapon. I'll put it on there. We got our drones that we can launch. We can put them in our hotbar on the side here. It's a little hard to see them. This GUI is it's nice, but the GUI kind of makes it a little dark looking. We have a med kit, so if we get injured, you just click 6 and it'll heal you a bit. We got a belt and a stamina booster. So I'll show you the belt. F3 is our next thing, which is implants. Basically, you can get implants that offer really cool things, resist and whatnot. The implant I have in here, you should not take out. Repeat, do not drag this implant out. This is a shabby Law Enforcer 1. Basically, this means that you don't want a PvP at this point, and no one can kill you and you can't kill them. Theoretically, I mean, there's bugs and stuff here and there that may let you kill somebody. If you take this out, you can never, ever, ever put the Law Enforcer back into your brain. You are now officially a PvPer, and this is what this game is an FPS. So yeah, anyone can kick your ass, and you can kick. You probably won't kick anyone's ass right away. So let's go to armor, which is F4, and here's my armor screen. So we can put this on here, and we drag it on there. It'll find the proper slot for it, and there it is. And it tells you, it gives you force, some fire, energy, X-ray, whatnot. I apologize that the fonts are a bit small. Looks good to me. It's the size I like it, but it is a tiny bit smaller because of the resolution, and there's no GUI scaling, I guess, at this point. The next one is skills. This is the biggest one of all. When we click skills, you got your categories. So you got your intellect, strength, con, dex, and psi. I'm probably gonna actually change this GUI because I think I like the default one a little more, because I'm noticing that you can't hardly see the EXP on the bars here. They blend a little too much in. So there you go. There's a negative of using this one. So if we go through it, you can go to each category, and they got tons of sub ones in each one. And of course, over time, we'll learn about them and we'll add points to them. But there you go. Nice. So that's the skills. The next one is factions. So we said there was about 12 factions. You can see here, Tangent Technologies, my loyalty, I guess they call it, is 50. City Admin is 14. So let's just say City Admin, Diamond Real Estate, Next, and City of Mercs, I'm allied. But I'm hostile to Biotech, TS, BD, the Cranksect, and FA, Fallen Angels, and Twilight Guardian. I'm hostile to, and I'm neutral to Photofarm, which I actually gained 1. So I must have started at 0 and to put it to 1, and I think it'll gradually go up to 10 on its own, just being in the game. But I don't think it. I think it can come from a negative number. I'm not sure, but I think it can come from a negative number, and over time go to a positive. So this may go from 14 to 13 to 12 over time. I'm not 100% sure on that. In the processor, this is used for multiple things. There's multiple trade skills. Basically, you put like a tool in here and whatever, and something comes out. So maybe put a recycling tool and some recycling crap. And I don't know exactly how you do it, and you put like ammo or something in, and then you start the process. I haven't done it in ages, but that's kind of how that works. Missions here you get from city terminals, which I'll show you here in a minute. And then you have a nav ray, which can show you different places, and you can start it up. I don't really use it. You can turn on a small map, which there's no map in this area. A sector map, of course there's none. And then a world map, which is a bit more useful. It gives you an idea where you are. I'm up here somewhere, I think. It won't show up because I'm indoors, and this is pretty much an unknown location. It doesn't really exist. And then the nav ray, and then you have your team. You can invite a player. The cool thing about this is I don't believe there's a team, like a team leader or anything. In fact, instead, it's anyone can invite somebody once they're in the team, which is pretty cool. And then you got options to set, your brightness. My brightness is up a bit. And so that's the basic of the UI. And of course, here's your item slot. Here's your health bar, your stamina. Your stamina is by running, oh, let's go to the next one over here. See if I can use my weapon in here. So I just right-click that door just to enter here. In these games, especially the older ones, instead of being a massive open world, you're in more like instanced areas. Anyways, when you use your melee weapon and whatnot, it starts using a bit of stamina. And then you have your psi power, which we don't have yet. And then there's your credits. You start with 2,000 credits. And then your soul light. I have 10 soul light. Cool. And over here, we'll show you local runners in the area within the proximity. Of course, there's none right now because there's no one near us, but that will change over time when we meet people. And of course, here's your chat. You can do all your little chat. Buddy chat. I think if you add them, they'll hear you. I think this had it in like Analyst Ages as well. I think if you add a bunch of buddies here and they add you when somebody's talking, I don't know if this is direct or anyone. I forget quite how the buddy one works, but it's there to play around with. And of course, it shows you your location, your compass, and the time. And yeah, so that's the basics of the UI. As you can see, it's spamming mail. So we can go to something that's around the world called a Citycom Communications little computer here. And here you have a mail, forms, Neocron, info, city admin, or clan admin, apologize there, statistics, stocks, missions, and guide. The stocks don't exist. That was taken out of the game a long time ago just because people were abusing the stock system. Mail here, you can see I have mail. Most of it's just RP type mail, new player, that kind of thing. So you can go through it and read it. And it tells you things here about the game. So I would suggest you read some of this stuff. Clearly it's offering you some advice. I'll probably read some of that myself on the downtime. Even tells you about deaths in Neocron and stuff like that. That's cool. Then you have a little form here where you can do actually trading and stuff. You can go in here and want to buy and what to sell and etc, which is cool. So this is weapons / armor, and you can see people selling weapons, and you click on this and people are replying. So it's like a built-in form. That's pretty sexy. Bunch of them here. And then this is kind of a newspaper type idea, which is not currently being used, but it will be used in the near future. Looks like I can make an article. Okay, so it looks like you have to be checked. So this has to be moderated. I don't think this is active yet, but probably will be in the near future. And then info, here you can get the information on each faction. Just a little basic information here. Their missions, their history, their VIPs, connections, just some lore. It's kind of funny. You get a little more lore out of this stuff. And then you have the politics. You can view faction members. They'll tell you how many faction members. So there's 242. And tangent, I don't know what this is. Oh, Kane Dex, Maelstrom. I'm not sure what all this is. Some probably trying to be the leader of the thing or whatever. And then you have your clan. You can look up a clan in here. You got runner information. You can look up a runner here. So I can look up somebody like the guy who stole my name, Kane. And here you go. This asshole. It says no faction. So the chances are he's never logged on, and it's never just created the actual faction part of the character. And then you got outpost information. There's outposts in the game. Basically, it looks like they're taken by 2 or 3 people on the server. It's not really like by lots of people. basically your clan owns it, and the outpost gives you some bonuses in the area, maybe more researching or more construction, whatnot, which is really a nice bonus to have. Also, it's fun. It's a PvP. Lots of people battle there. They try to take over the outpost, that kind of thing. And then the NCPD here, it's like a terrorist list, most wanted. At this time, I don't know if it's working or if there's just no terrorists, like people who are really nasty reds. But as you can see here, there's nothing showing up, so I'm assuming it's not activated at this point. So that's the info. That's a lot of stuff in there. And then they have a clan admin, which is, I'm not in a clan, but this is my like admin panel, I guess, etc. And then you have a statistics panel here, which just goes on and on. For example, I can look at what factions have the most outposts. So Black Dragons, BD, TS, and TG. I'll just use their initials. 2014 and 2. Those are actually the three probably most popular, the bad guys. I say bad guys, but is it anti-city? I guess anti or non-city. And I'm pro-city. Basically, I like Neocron, which is a big city, etc., etc. So that's kind of how the two factions are separated, and these guys are definite enemies to me. But anyways, those guys own that, and then you got things like faction members, so it shows you what the most rich factions are in the game. The most members in one, looks like TT, so Tangent Technologies, which I'm in, have the most members. Florida Farms the second, City Admin's the third. No Faction is the highest. No Faction, I'm pretty sure, is people who basically created a character but have never logged into it. I could be wrong, somebody can correct that, but I believe that's what it means. I think there's another way to get that, but I think most of those were probably just never logged in. And then we can go clan money. The richest clan in the game is TS, or faction in the game with clan money. It's TS, TG, etc. You can see the one I'm 5th. If we go back now, we can go to faction clans. Oh, we already did that. Oh, okay. So this one has 12 clans, 12. So Tangent Technologies has 12 clans. So there's probably a higher chance I'll find a clan. Not only up there, this was factions. Then you have one for clans and runners. So we could go here, and the clan, or the person with the most money is apparently this guy, which is hitting a cap. I believe there's a 2. Is that 2 million? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That may be 20 million cap. But of course, you can throw your money onto a character or a clan, etc., etc. But that's cool, and you can go to runners here and ranking. I think the Soul Light ranking. I'm not sure what that is. Stats runner ranking. Oh, I think that's behind their name or so. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's like you have a stat above your name. So mine's like 0, 1. I wonder if it says here. Mine is 6/2. My ranking. It's quite high with the drones in my inventory. /2. And I believe this is the ranking / ranking. So /2 is these people, where these guys are 64, so they're quite high. And then runners, you have the money ranking. Soul Light. I don't know. Yeah, this one's going to be useless. Just means everyone who has 100 Soul Light, which you end up getting there anyways. And then the clan, you can see which clan has the most money. We've already done this. Here you go. This is the clan with the most money in it. I guess this is about right. My clan seems to have a lot of money. But anyways, so yeah, it goes on and on. So that was the statistics, and then there's the stock system, which isn't being used right now. It has information, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work or won't work. Then you have missions. You can grab missions, or basically like arcade-style missions in a way, I guess. You go here, very easy. You download a mission, and it offers you a bunch of missions. And you go and kill small rat. Where we are right now, we don't kill rats, but basically you go out, kill some rats, and you move on. You do this, you get some EXP. It's not really worth doing, only if you're doing faction-related stuff or doing harder stuff, because you get a better EXP out of it and stuff. So doing low-level missions, I personally don't think they're that good, But later on, they're kind of worth it. If we go to missions, you can see they offer a bit more in the very hard area. What are we? TT. Oh, it doesn't matter, I guess. You wouldn't be able to accept these anyways, because you need higher sympathy. But, you know, there's a construction job. There's even trade skill jobs and stuff, which is pretty cool. You can see it gives you some money, and yeah, pretty cool. And, oh, there's something else we're missing. Guide. What's a guide? There's no guides here. Interesting. So that's how you use the city terminal. And, of course, when you start, you come up the elevator. And, which elevator was it? Processing unit. So you came up here, and then this is your exit. This is the Hacknet or whatever. If you're a hacker, you can get in here, but the first one, this one, you can get in without being a hacker. I believe you need special weaponry and things like that. So right now, I don't think I can fight anything. I don't think I can do anything in here. But at least it gives you an idea what this place looks like. It's a big hack thing. And this is a closed system, but there's ones all over the world where you can actually hack in and travel around the world, sort of like going through a network cable and going to your buddy's house through it, which is kind of cool. All these guys, you can talk to some. They'll offer you missions and quests. I don't do them here myself. I prefer to skip this newbie area, but as a new player, I suggest you go and experience the area. And I'm pretty noob. I haven't played in like 6 years, but I'm not that kind of person in this kind of game. I go out and grind, but I do recommend talking to these guys, taking your time, learning about the game. Let's just say, you know, you only get that experience once, you know, that first feeling, and you want to remember back in the day when you're like, did every quest there, and that kind of thing. So we're going to the first big zone here, which is in the Noob Zone. Basically call this the Newbie Zone. I think it's called MC5. And you can go over here, and you probably got a mission or two in here, and there's probably missions out here. You can go on and on and on. This is just a teaser showing you some of the things that you can get later on. These are like battle tanks and stuff. Yeah, the graphics aren't Mr. Oh my god, they're the most prettiest thing in the world. Of course not. This game is over 10 years old. But it's still playable. Like, as you can see, there's even like a sun flare or whatever. Huh. So it's not that bad. The sky looks pretty nice, actually. Pretty. So what I do is I skip this whole area my first time, and I go to this thing called the gen replication. I just call it, I think GR is what we call it, GR or replicator. And you have a place called your apartment. It's going to cost you 1,000 credits to get there, which is no problem. So you just click replicate, and boom, you're in your apartment. And this is your apartment. This is your own little personal apartment. No one can enter. No one can get in unless if you open it for them, which is this here. And you got some chairs. You can sit down in this game. If you hit Alt E, you can go into third person like this. Yeah. And hit spacebar. You can jump up. Oh yeah. And it looks like I have no skills to use stuff. I think when you use the GR, I can be wrong, but I'm pretty sure when you use this, it actually gives you a bit of an impairment. See this? I have a bit of an impairment right now, 13%, so I can't use everything I got on me. But as you can see, here's a little view here, a bird out there, a seagull. I think it's like crashing waves you hear. It's a nice little apartment. You got your own computer terminal here, which is nice. Here you got storage cabinets, so we can actually put stuff in these storage cabinets and come back to them, you know, months later or whatever. You can get bigger apartments, nicer apartments, uglier apartments. This is the Go-Go, or GG I think it's called. Here you can store items in here, and it stores I think 100 items or something like that. I forget exactly the number, which is cool. Of course, this is the replicator that we just took. So if we go down here, this is Mr. Jones. He could give you a nice little quest line. I'll probably do some over time. Hello, Mr. Jones. And down here, you can go in the elevator, and you can leave the apartment or ground floor. Oh, actually, that's one button. This is the UI. I'm differently done than I'm used to. And you start out here. So, you can pull weapons out. But he tells me to lock it. And it's a good reason for that. He'll pull it out as a gun. The next decision is him pulling the trigger and my ass on the ground. There's my apartment. Even if you get lost, we can get back to it pretty easy through the replication system. So you don't really have to remember your first apartment anyways where you had it. So basically, we're going to go to City Admin. There's a couple ways. We can take the back routes, or you could take the subway system. There's a subway system in this game. So if we go over here, we can, travel. Actually, you know what? Oh, where did you come from? Oh, crap. Put my weapon away. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. This is a drone. He won't like seeing this. Hello. Don't touch me. You can't get me. No. Ah! Oh, I can't believe he didn't take me out. So this is a drone. This is what my class does, and I can fly this. Wow, he doesn't really like me, does he? And you can see there's a distance meter. And there's a runner's health. Wait, runner's health? Does that mean I'm getting injured? I don't think I am. That must be my... And there's a shield, the energy shield on here you can see. There's ammunition on it. Oh shit, my energy shield's dropping. And it blew up. And you take a small impact. You take some impairment when that happens. So they blew up my drone. But that's a basic interface for a drone. Besides that, weapons are pretty elementary. This is a knife, and if I had a gun, it would just be shoot, shoot. So this is the subway. We're going to run down the subway and go to City Admin Plaza 1. I believe it takes you into Plaza 2. Oh crap. Run. No, that's the out zone? Wait, where's Plaza? Out zone. Next Pepper Park. It's this side. This one will take you to Plaza. That goes to Pepper Park. You don't want to go to Pepper Park. Well, you may. It's exploring. No, too bad. So you go on this little fun ride that you can't do anything. If you Alt E, you can kind of look out on the outside. That's kind of cool. Whee! And here we go. Ooh! It's Christmas trees. Christmas must be ready in Neocron. Ah, right inside the tree. Pretty. I like it. Cool. Over here's Venture Warp. This is a cool machine. I won't use it now. But basically you pay, I think, like 5,000 credits, and it'll warp you randomly in the world. It sucks when it's not really to where you want it, but it's pretty cool. So, yeah. For a lot of people, they may see this game and look at it, and it reminds them of Half-Life. You'd be correct. A lot of people, I think, feel that Neocron has a very Half-Life feel. I mean, for especially you old players. It's a very sandbox game. Let's just put it that way. Very sandy box. Oh! There we go. So where did we come out of? Ah, Plaza 1. Perfect. So here you can get, I believe you can get keys for apartments here. Is that what you guys offer? Yeah, these are apartment keys. So cheap is 177,000, 177. You can get a barter, I think, to buy one, and it's a little cheaper. And here's Plaza 1. A few people here. You can see in that bottom left there, a list of people. Just shows them where they are. So here's one person. And replicator. So when you find these GRs, basically you can click activate. They cost 150 credits. I like to do both of these. And now when you die or whatever, or are wanting to right click this and go somewhere, you can go to your apartment or one of these GRs, which is right here, which is pretty cool now. Sweet. Over here, medical center, basically buying med kits and stuff. Cool. And stimulants and whatnot, just give you like more stamina. If we go out here, these are cop bots. Oh, in this area, you can't take any weapons. This is the most safest place in Neocron, basically, just because no one can even pull out a weapon. Over here, this guy is your looming guy. Loom pills or loam pills or whatever. And basically you can use these and it'll reset 5 points. So each level you get gives you 5 points, and of course you can put those in skills, and later on, like if you have 100 points into, say, drones, it'll cost 5 points to get to 101, another 5 points to get 102, so it scales up over time. So it's not like, you know, if you put 100 levels into drones, you can't get like 500 in droning. It doesn't work that way. Plaza 2 sometimes is a good PvP place, like just people hanging around, killing each other, or just hanging around, just being newbies. Synchronizing sometimes can get really annoying. Nope, no one here right now. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end it here now. I think I gave you a good taste of just the basics of the game. Plaza 1 I think is a good place to just know about. A lot of people start in this area. For people who pick City Admin, you actually start in one of the plazas. I think you start in Plaza 3, so you can actually pretty much just run around in the city and you'll come here pretty fast. This is, for example, one of the low-sec Plaza 1. So if you were to use your hacking terminal here, you can get into the grid and basically go through that little fun game thing here. One last thing before I go. Oh, they got rid of it. It's not here right now. Okay, I won't even tell you about that right now. So yeah, that's it. For computer terminal, you can go right here. I might as well tell you in the one episode if you're watching all at once. You can get the computer terminal there, and your first area where you can kill some guys like rats and stuff is just here to the left. You can go down here, and you can go down here. This is a level 1 sewer, and you can have fun. And yeah, so I'll see you guys on the next episode. This is just a little small silly taxi that goes to point A to point B and back. This goes back right where we were, I think. Right at the front of the med center. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm wrong. Takes you all the way over here, it looks like. Cool. Most people don't use these. I think they're useless. Ah! It's not a good steer. Right here. Ta-da! Oh, actually, this is a good... Oh, hit space, jump out. This is a good place to be, actually, because right over here, before we go, this is Yo's. This is a recommended place just to vendor your crap that you get. I'm not sure, but I think in this game you can't just vendor your junk to every vendor. I think certain vendors you can only sell things. Either way, Yo's is the best place to just sell your crap. At least that's what I do. It's like Yo's Pawn Shop or something like that. That's basically what it is. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope this was an informative video for you guys, and I hope to see you guys in Neocron someday, and thank you for watching.